Primary ignition.
Hi, I'm Angus McGinnis. I play John Dutch Bender, Gold Eater. I want to welcome you to the Virtual Cantina Network.
I was going to say, oh gosh, I didn't realize, I was like, oh my gosh, did they not, put something on the end of that? But after that, we're now supposed to say, welcome citizens to Clone Wars Revisited.
Hey guys, how's everybody this week? How are you doing, Skip?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been an interesting time in California, let's say.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Still, obviously, there's still high danger with the winds. Aim to ramp up again this week, and they're having a lot of difficulty like containing the fire around the Palisades and stuff. But we're just sending our thoughts out to all our viewers and our members of the VCN family and all your loved ones that are out in California and Jeff and everybody. Just hoping you guys are all safe. And
I was texting with Mike earlier today, and I was like, hey, how you doing? How's everybody going? He's like, oh, we're doing fine. And I said, well, the ladies at the diner that's close to my house, we'd all gone to breakfast there Saturday morning, and I'd gone in one day to have lunch, and all this stuff's going on at California. And they walked up to me and go, how are your folks? How are your friends out in California? Is everything all right? Are they all good? Because they had thought about them, that they had just seen them a few weekends ago.
Yeah,
all worried about California folks.
And that's really sweet. It's like a testament to the people of your area in North Carolina that that they can think about other people who are also going through like a real tough time with natural disasters and stuff. So that's really sweet.
Have a great understanding of
Seriously.
all the shit that goes wrong.
Dang. Yeah.
I was the one thing that we didn't really lose here, not at least not that I know of, was schools.
Yeah.
And they had their elementary schools, because elementary schools tend to be more prevalent, because you can put more high schoolers and middle schoolers in a school, but there's like probably 5 elementary schools for every one high school or so forth, and the fact that the schools are just gone, burned to the ground. That one's the tough one. What do you do with the kids?
It is tough, and we just hope everyone is safe. Listening to your local regulations and just taking legitimate links to whatever you can to get aid and take care.
I'm sure they're doing curfews. They did them here. It was like, I think it was like the 7 o'clock curfew. If you were out and about after 7 o'clock, you better have a good reason for being there.
Yeah, that's right. And thankfully, they've been arresting some people who aren't having good intentions during this time. So, hoping that stops real fast. But yeah, as you can tell, it's just me and Olski Pruckle here. Mark is away in Vegas at a conference.
Must be rough.
Yeah, it's so terrible. I hope he's enjoying the crab legs at the Bellagio buffet because it's amazing. Yeah, so it's going to be us tonight, and we are covering Clone Wars Season 1, Episode 15, Trespass. It's gonna be a pretty crazy episode. Can you believe we're like more than halfway through this first season already?
I know, it just seems like we just started this not too long ago.
Yeah, 15 weeks, dude. That's fast.
We are smoking. We are
Yeah.
smoking.
And, hurricanes can't keep you down. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Jeff says National Guard is out and only residents are allowed in affected areas. So, yeah, that definitely helps. And also, I've been hearing stories about people posing as firefighters to like break into zones. So,
God,
cut that out.
you're really delving into the. But we had it here, along the river. People would go because they know so much stuff got washed in the river. They would go along the river and go down on people's personal property that line the river to go look for things that got washed up, that maybe some valuable stuff that would be in the river.
People are gross.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't be the gross side of things. Like, think of your community. Ugh. Anyway, I'm sorry.
There's always the dregs of society that come out.
Of course,
kind of things,
the best of people, and also, unfortunately, the worst.
The worst.
Yeah, but at least it brings out the tough ones. So.
Yep.
Skeleton Crew. What were your thoughts on last week's episode?
I'm digging it. I am really enjoying it. I am waiting. I'm like, I think my big thing is like, okay, how are they gonna, as we always do on the last episode, how are they gonna tie up all this stuff?
Oh, so stressful. That last episode had me literally screaming at my screen.
And Jude Law, it's like, okay, what is the deal with him? Where did he come from? He's obviously got some force abilities, but he is definitely a friend of mine, a plumber that works for me, called me up and he said, "Oh yeah, because we got some snow here. Actually, we really got some ice here." And he was stuck up on a hill where he lives, and he's like, okay, so somebody told his fiance that
Jude
if you liked Rogue One, that you should watch either Andor or Skeleton Crew. And so they were watching Skeleton Crew, and he goes,
yeah.
He goes, I've only watched one episode. He goes, and if anybody hurts a hair on that blue elephant kid's head, he goes, I'm looking for some creators. I'm going hunting for whoever.
Oh, no.
So he was having a blast, and he was watching all those, but yeah, it's you kind of get to the end of it and you go, okay.
Yeah, don't forget we have
Neil
our
Nation.
sweet Neil Nation shirts here. I love it. That is all of us.
Find those and send that to him on TeePublic, going, okay, here's your Neil Nation T-shirt that you can get.
Yeah, for real.
But
so cool.
But yeah, it's like, how are you going to wrap all this up? Jude. So this friend of mine said to me, he goes, now is Jude Law's character a real bad guy, or is he more like a Han Solo kind of character, where he's kind of sort of bad, but then really is a good guy in the long run?
I kind of hoped he was that. I really did, but I don't think he can be redeemed now. I really don't.
No, he's not getting a redemption on this one.
Like, y'all, everybody gets a redemption, but geez, I don't think this guy does.
This is not Rebels. Not everybody gets a redemption.
Wrong show. Sorry.
Wrong show. Yeah, if you wanted a redemption, you signed up for the wrong show.
Yeah. Oh, crap. Yeah. But honestly, like, even when he's threatening the kids, it's like there's so much depth to it, because you just sense the desperation. Like, he has to be the first to get to Ad-Atten, and he has to, unfortunately, use the kids and the Onyx Cinder to get through the barrier and get to Ad-Atten.
Bad Hondo.
Yeah, he's if Hondo stayed bad and didn't meet Ezra Bridger.
He's
so
Clone
none
Wars.
of these kids are
Clone Wars Hondo, not
Hondo.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Not Rebels Hondo.
Yeah, he's as if he never met Ezra Bridger. Like, none of these kids are Ezra Bridger, unfortunately, because he's like even out here threatening him. But then again, he tried to poison Obi-Wan and Anakin, so
yeah, not so good.
Yeah, but seriously hoping that the kids can turn it around now that they're reunited with their parents. But yeah, as David said, there's so much to wrap up, and this last episode, if it's not over an hour, I'm gonna be very upset. Unless we're getting a season 2.
Do we know what the runtime is for it yet?
I don't think so. I don't think it's listed yet. Yeah, Jeff says, I need to know exactly how he got back on their ship. Absolutely. Like, man is sneaky. He's like,
He's got some
mega
kind of. I
Captain
mean, he
Jack.
obviously has force skills. I thought it was rather interesting. I was sitting there watching it. I think the second time, and here he is inside the air. What is it? The door. What do they call it?
The airlock.
Airlock. Yes, thank you. The airlock.
Yeah.
He's sitting in the airlock, and he's like begging for his. Please don't. Send me out. Don't hit the button. Don't hit the button. Oh, I've got an idea. And then when it came time for him to like pop the handcuffs off of him, and he uses the force. Yeah, that's how the force works.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, hold on. If he could do that to handcuffs, explain to me why he didn't hit the button and let himself out. It's
Yeah.
almost like he knew if he needed to, he could. He was just setting up the crew and setting up the captain.
Oh, yeah. He's an opportunist.
So there's some stuff to lay out here on this last episode.
Yeah. It was really nice to see Marty Matulis back as Vane, familiar face from The Mandalorian. And it's great that he gets to be his piratey self in this one. Kind of being a ravager of sorts. Reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy. But Jaleel White is back as Gunther.
We're seeing a little more of him.
Yeah. Yeah. Vane had to take charge. Totally did.
Yeah. Next time Dave and I run into him at a con, now we'll be able to talk to him about it, because all the 2 or 3 times that we ran into him, he's like, I can't talk about this. I can't talk about this.
Oh, okay. Sherry says I watched for that on my second viewing. I think the ship door was still open as they were taking off, and it did show him running towards the ship. Okay. So yeah, it was quick, but I was like, oh, but it went really fast.
Yeah, I still think there's something out there they're going to pop in on us, because obviously he could have got out of that airlock anytime he wanted to.
Oh yeah, like I said, he's an opportunist. But he finally got those dataries that he really wanted.
Yeah,
just
watching
him
all those
crying in all the gold. It was just like, jeez.
And then everybody making what was it? The whole 1139 instead of 1138 on 138. Like, people are going, hold on. Was there some reference that we missed? I mean, did he really not say 1138? No, was it one less than 130? No, he sure as heck said, and he's firing everybody up. He's like, let's stir the pot with the Star Wars fanatics, the crazed ones. What do you mean it didn't say 1138?
113, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Jeff says, what or who is going to be our Yoda moment in this show? Ugh. I'm trying to think.
I don't,
because obviously the kids know something about Aten and the other planets that have been destroyed, and they're going to want the truth. And the fact that he was staged as an emissary, and the fact that he got such clearance staging himself as an emissary, was kind of concerning.
The fact that they didn't have some kind of password. Oh, if you're an emissary, you need to say this. You need to show us IDs. You need to be able to put in a code.
I think the ship itself was a code, because obviously, the pirate had to hide it, so he gave it like that fake hull that made it like completely, unrecognizable. But the actual inner part of the ship was the key, as you can see, and it's all shiny and pretty and chrome.
Yes.
I haven't seen a shinier ship since like the Razor Crest or the N1 Starfighter, to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say the Naboo N1.
Yeah. So, Jeff says they just assumed he was an emissary. Yeah. Well, he's like, yes,
How
I
do you
am.
get here unless you're an emissary? The only people that could get here is an emissary. Must be an emissary.
Yeah, totally. How else could he get through that barrier?
But it's going to be a fun episode.
It is. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's tomorrow.
Not ready.
And then it'll be over. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a double-edged sword when you get to the last episode of a season.
Yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, we get to find out everything, and it's like, oh crap, it's the last one now. We gotta wait for, when is it? What's coming out in February is Captain America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a New World Order. So.
And when's Andor coming out?
March.
March. Okay.
Oh, sorry, April. It's the day after my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm excited.
We're gonna go. Skeleton Crew, then Captain America, and then Andor.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Carl? How's it going? Konnichiwa. Dave says something in that last episode will tie into the Mandoverse. I was like, I hope so.
Please don't.
Although, yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying the only tie-in being Vane, but because we have Vane tied into it, and we don't know how long those. Oh my God, I'm forgetting what kind of species he is.
Look, not everybody knows Han Solo.
Yeah, just saying. Let's see what else has happened in Star Wars this week. Trying to think.
I was going, okay, what popped up on my social media? I forgot about.
I know it's been kind of a quiet week, like an absurdly quiet week for
the build up for the final episode.
Yeah, just focusing on that. And what did I watch? Oh, I finally watched the Superman documentary with Christopher Reeve, like all the way through.
Did you like it?
I loved it. It was fascinating. It was interviews with like his friends, family, his sons and his daughter. Just, they mentioned David Prowse and how he got him like built up to actually have muscles as Superman. Yeah, Jeff, such a tearjerker. Like I sat there crying.
Well, as the old man always goes and says, I remember when that movie came out, and I actually remember them talking about David Prowse being his trainer.
Oh yeah, you see him be Darth Vader and like lift the rebel soldier like by the neck. Oh, it's crazy. He's like, yeah, I was trained by Darth Vader.
Yeah, and the
Sherry, that's on Max. So if you have Max, it's worth watching. Yeah. Oh man, where is the Robin Williams documentary, Dave?
Let me tell you, that first Superman movie, the introduction, like him flying from Krypton to Earth, and then doing the directors and the actors and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like, oh my God, it went on forever. I thought that movie would never start.
I know, and that's exactly what they mentioned in the documentary was how long the credits are for that.
I was like, holy shit!
How like John Williams' score just made it so much easier to deal with because it was so majestic.
What year did that come out? 80? 79?
78.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, 78.
Yeah, I was. It was for me, the only Superman that I had seen before that was George Reeves on television.
Yeah.
So when that came out, it was like, damn.
My uncle made sure he used to get like the old serials on like VHS and then later on DVD. He'd order it from like all the old collectors magazines, and he'd be like, "Come over here, watch this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he'd put on Christopher Reeve Superman, and I'd be like, "Are they related?" And he goes, "No, Christopher Reeve, George Reeves, not related." And I was like, "Oh, I thought it just stayed in the family." I was so young; it was weird. But yeah, it's amazing. It shows like his advocacy for people with disabilities and people who not only were disabled, but people who had suddenly become disabled, and just like making the quality of life better, and how he and Dana, even after Chris passed, Dana became the runner for it and campaigned hard for stem cell research. And then when she passed away a year later, her kids have just been championing it, and it was so beautiful, so good. It's hard not to weep at that, but yeah, it's beautiful. Jeff says I saw it in the theater. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, the Robin Williams documentary is on Max too. Okay, cool. I will check that out.
It was good stuff. Good stuff. And it was. I mean, I just remember watching that in the movie theater, going, "That's so cool."
Yeah. Oh, That would have been something to see in the theater. I'm glad I got my Avengers in the theaters and like, the start of the superhero films like Daredevil back in the day and um yeah, getting to see those on the big screen were great. Spider-Man, obviously. I
Oh
say
my
start, but the Batman movies, saw them all. Um,
what was I had to take so the other day I'm having to take continuing education for my contractor's license, and
boo
so
school.
so I've got my monitor right in front of me, and then I've got a TV above me, which is how I do the watch along. And so when I hit the remote, it actually both of them are Samsung TV, so it turns them both on at the same time.
Love
And all of a
Samsung.
sudden, and I'm going to have to be in 8 hours of continuing education all day long, and HBO's on, and it's playing the original Batman well, not the original Batman, but the Batman movie with Keaton,
Yeah,
Batman
that
and
one.
Keaton. And so I watched that, and right after that, it's Batman, and then Batman Returns, and then Batman Forever, and then
My
whatever
favorite.
the fourth one is. And so
Batman and Robin.
yeah, Batman and Robin, and so I got to watch because the first one was already on, so I got to watch all four of those movies while I was doing continuing education.
That's awesome.
I sat back like in my CE like this. Yeah,
That was me last night. I intended on being asleep by 7:30 because I had to be up very early to work today. And then I changed it to freeform and there was a Toy Story marathon on. And I'm gonna tell you guys flat out, Toy Story is my favorite of the Pixar franchises. Like they're the original, like they're the best, they have the most heart. Totally relate as a girl who loved her childhood toys. Yeah. Um, so they had I managed to catch 2, 3, and 4 was just starting, and then I looked at the clock and I was like, "Oh crap, it's 10:30. I really need to go to bed." So sometimes you just gotta turn the TV off, and accidental marathons are the best. I love that. Oh
yes,
God, Jeff, no,
Jeff. I did
bad
notice
nipples versus the
it
bad
was
nips.
kind of hard to miss the bat nipples. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
really?
As I said last week, Joel Schumacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think. What else we got going on this week?
So, what are you thinking of now that we don't have Mark? Because I told Mark that I'm not a huge fan of this new Superman movie yet. Given I've only seen
Oh yeah, we've
30
just gotten a
seconds of
teaser
it here,
trailer.
and he's seen some stuff that you and I haven't seen, and I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna love it. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not down with it yet.
Yeah,
But I
but
don't like the trunks for Superman.
yeah, honestly, there's a lot of posts that people have to do and everything. So just cleaning that up, and they're supposed to be dropping new trailers, as you said, during the Super Bowl. It's rumored there's gonna be one during the Puppy Bowl, which is exciting. I love the Puppy Bowl. Yeah, Dave's like, preach it, Skip.
Yeah, Dave and I are the same. It's like,
Yeah.
what's with all the curls?
Oh.
Superman doesn't have curls. The suit doesn't fit.
Yeah, it was surprisingly great, Carl.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, I get the whole they're trying to go back to,
Yeah.
comic book accurate, but
I think they're just trying to go back to the root of what Superman stands for, goodness and
truth, justice, and the American way.
yeah, which is yeah. But I think it's just more about just doing the right thing. They called him a Boy Scout. They called him Smallville. So it's um Jeff Clark can have curls, but he's swole as hell. Okay.
Yeah, he just
So what did I find this week? I found a little snippet of a documentary, and it's behind the scenes of Ahsoka, and it's Dave Filoni seeing Adriana and Hayden in their Clone Wars Anakin and Ahsoka costumes, and he's just completely blown away by them walking up to him for the first time dressed like this, and he's like, "Wow, this is just like my drawing. Even the height difference, that must be so crazy cool to see something that you just loved so much as a child, like, come to life on the screen like that. Not only in animation, but like living people are playing these characters, and it's just insane. And
Well,
he was like so giddy. He's like, "Oh, it's frighteningly right. Oh my god."
well, you know, and Dave, not only that, but he created those characters.
Yeah.
I was
So to
like,
have something that's like in your brain like exist like that, like that's the goal for every creator. I think so anyway.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It was
So, oh, go ahead.
no. It just, you know, those were I really enjoyed it. Of course, I'm a huge Ahsoka fan, so
Yeah.
you know,
It's almost Ahsoka Day.
yeah, you know, with it coming on, or you know, with Ahsoka hitting, you know, the live action, it was kind of like, okay, I hope I like this as much as I like the animated version of her,
Yeah.
because of course they were never going to make her look like they did in the last 2 episodes of Clone Wars.
Right. But as you can see, like they did with Adriana, like, and towards the end of that World Between Worlds episode, you see her in her Clone Wars season 7, that one over there,
Yeah.
outfit, and she's fighting in the Clone Wars with Rex and Anakin, and it's flashing back and forth between Vader and stuff like that. And you see her go from her Padawan to that, and it's huge. Jeff says he has his park reservation for Ahsoka Day at Disneyland. All right. I love that you called it Disneyland. Yeah. So, do you want to start the episode?
Are you talking to me or Jeff?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering I don't have any buttons, I can do the talking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, season 1, episode 15, Trespass. And that's a familiar face that we see there, the senator.
Yes.
So,
while investigating the disappearance of a clone security force, Anakin and Obi-Wan get caught in the middle of an escalating conflict between the Fury territorial inhabitants of a desolate ice world and the greedy representatives of a nearby moon.
why are they always making people fight their battles? Arrogance diminishes wisdom. Oh yeah,
Doesn't
true
it?
story.
Good Lord, that's never, you know.
That's so true. So make sure you guys clip your Disney Plus machines, and we will start the countdown. So it takes approximately 9 seconds for my Disney Plus to stop doing the spinny wheel and actually load the episode. So it's perfect timing.
You know what I do is I get it, and then of course, you know, if you hit the
definitely
it moves it to, and then I have to rewind it and then hit the pause button.
At least it's the right episode. Oh no, Skip.
No. There's no buttons.
He is a passenger princess on this show.
I am I am a passenger
not
princess.
driving the boat.
No driving, no buttons, no peon status is my favorite word. I have peon status on the ships.
Columbia actually made these coats, and I was so jealous because I was trying so freaking hard to get them, like especially that like Obi-Wan coat, because Team Obi-Wan all the way. And then we have R2 and 3PO here.
Notice how it looks a little bit like the Han Solo jacket of Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, definitely modeled after that. But then I think about it and I'm like, thank the maker I didn't get a white jacket because I can't even handle like white t-shirts.
The whole Pantora, this guy is an arrogant. God, I loved hating this guy.
So we'll see Senator Chuchi here. Remember her from Bad Batch?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's her people on Pantora. It's funny how Obi-Wan has snow on his goggles, but not in his beard or mustache. There she is. I love her design. Like her
The
headpiece
youth,
is just so cool.
the youth attached to, or the wisdom attached to youth. Not very, doesn't happen very often, but
Oh. Foreshadowing.
yeah, and it's like, okay, it's the separatist, okay, let me play my narrative here.
Oh.
Arrogance all the way. And therefore
Oh,
life of
hello.
wisdom. Do we have a kitty cat?
Yeah, we do. She's always here. She doesn't like when I get up early and leave. She'll bug my mom, though.
We had snow like that just the other day, only it wasn't that thick on the ground.
Yeah. Ours was more of a dusting, like probably less than half an
It
inch.
snowed and snowed and snowed and snowed and snowed, and we got very little accumulation. And in fact, then all of a sudden, I was down feeding my horses, and at about 2, it had just kind of paused. It got warm and paused, and then all of a sudden, so nothing was going on for about an hour. And I told Bridget, I said, I'm going to go down and clean the barn and get everything ready. And while I'm inside, it started up again, and I could hear ting, 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 ting
Oh,
of
no.
the ice on the metal of the roof. And within about 30 minutes, we had another quarter inch of precipitation on the ground. So now we've got the droid heads.
Those coats are so cool, though.
It was
So
interesting how, as we bounce, as I do my squirrel routine, I thought it was interesting how Jude Law carried the lightsaber, kind of almost a very familiarity in wielding the weapon.
Yeah. So we have Rex looking like a snow bunny right here. You can tell because the J guys.
So I saw that that little
I think it's
meme
Rex.
of the guy getting dressed up as a snow trooper to go out and shovel his driveway. And so I sent it to Dave and about 5 other people. And then all of a sudden it started coming back to me as my friends had found it. And they were, oh, Skip would like this. It's a Star Wars thing. His skull could have been in an Indiana Jones movie.
For real. Damn.
He's got that crystal skull head, doesn't he?
Probably was inspired by that. That's kind of freaky. Ugh.
He's the aliens from the Crystal Skull.
Yeah. Penguins? Oh no, rocks.
What was that movie where the penguins were like the little they were the bad guys, like the little gangsters.
Oh, the penguins of Madagascar?
Yes.
Madagascar. They're like secret agents. They're black ops, black and white ops, I should say. I like these ships. I like the little snow speeders. They're kind of
such a really cool design.
yeah. They kind of remind me of the ships they used on Crate, but without like the ski and the sand. And sorry, Last Jedi. Sorry.
And the glass covers to keep them warm as they're driving through.
But the way it like goes forward like it does in the sand skis. Cool.
What are those guys? Those are a Bith. No, not Bith. They're usually a very peaceful creature too.
Muff tacks. Gotta love the muff tacks. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, Jeff says those penguins have been compared to the Bad Batch. Absolutely. They're just more adorable and they have a King Julian.
Are those Biff? No. Begins with a T, doesn't it? What is their species? Okay, somebody up there watching.
Muff tacks.
What's that?
Muff tacks.
Muff tacks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I know because they did an archives dive on the Star Wars show a couple years back, and they had, like, Anthony Carboni had a giant head of a muff tack. He's like, muff tack! But they look almost like spider-like, like the weird little, like, party favor mouth and the spider eyes. Oh, but they're fluffy, so it's like deceiving.
Oh, yeah. All the way back from the cantina. Towels. Muff tack was a male towels.
Oh, okay, so it's a
yeah,
name.
Muff tack was actually a name. And it was a male towels. Talz.
So that's what those are. Bro. No chill. Yeah, there you are, the towels.
And weren't they one of the creatures that, if you go back to Legends, and the X-Wing series, you know, they were trying to convert peaceful creatures into, you know, that was where they pretended to have a Ewok who could fly. You know, Wedge pretended to be an Ewok who could fly a TIE fighter.
Why do they always have like a mean old king who's causing trouble? Like, you can't be closed-minded.
Yeah. Arrogance and wisdom never tend to run together.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Although if they made Rex in this costume, it would be really cool. In this snowsuit.
Like a 9-incher on a stand. Snow Rex.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Ewok Top Gun, sign me up.
Yep, no zone. And the volleyball scene is with like stormtrooper helmets. Just saying.
Oh yeah, and stuck right up on him, laying there in the snow.
C-3PO, obviously there because he's a protocol droid. He's fluent in over 6 billion forms of language.
Speaking the Tal's language, I've got the
Yeah, that's what I got too.
He's speaking the Tal's language. Oh,
What'd you say?
exactly the way I say it.
Ugh.
Not on your life, Senator.
Ew. Bruh.
Obi-Wan's going, oh shit, here it comes. You know, you can see it in his face. This idiot's gonna get us in
Yeah.
trouble.
Civil War.
I recommend a less aggressive conversation.
What you say?
Tyson. Says
This
never the guy that actually has to fight the war.
no, never.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
I don't really want to fight this war.
Biggie Talls.
Biggie Talls.
That's what she said. Yeah, this guy's coming right out the gate.
And then they're stuck protecting him.
Yeah. Because, yeah, he just can't get out of his own way. This girl, this is where it aggravates me in Star Wars. You see how bundled up these men are. And she's just wearing a poncho and some pants and no hat, just a headpiece, you know? Character design. Although I do love it, I just don't think this clearly frosty planet is, you know,
Well, maybe
suitable for
because
it.
they're from Pantora that the weather doesn't affect them as much.
That's true. But
At least
even the
it's-
chairman is bundled up. Like, look at him. He's all like, he's got a hat, he's got a long coat on. He kind of reminds me of Snow Miser. His angular face. Bruh. Damn. Oof.
Yeah, you were outclassed, outgunned.
And they spilt first blood. This is so hard to watch. Like, it's like my least. I get it. I get what the inspiration was, but it's I don't like
Okay,
this.
so let me take a smart ass moment. It's a whole lot easier to watch it when you can't hear it.
That is true. That's how I get through horror movies. Put the closed captions on and turn it down.
Closed captions on and no sound. Okay. No. Ugh. Ah. Eesh. Ooh. I could have been a good guy or whatever they call those guys that do
The Foley guys,
The Foley.
the 80-hour guys.
Oh, I love how they just throw him up on the nose of the speeder bike.
He's lucky he's even on the bike. Jeez. Yeah, we put the kibosh on that guy as people have died. It's fine. It's fine.
Put the kibosh on him. He's not quite dead.
No, but he's injured. And just enough
Gets
to
to
take
live
him out of
long enough.
play.
Gets to
Yeah.
live long enough to know that he's a dingbat.
Also, I love the design on their beasts. Like, their creatures are, like, really cool looking.
Yeah, I want one of those.
Like Pokemon snow lions.
Pokemon Snow Lions. Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, like, you know how the Pokemon Cubone has, like, the skull on his head? He's like a dragon with a skull on his head.
Yeah, live long enough and not prosper.
Yeah, he deserves that.
The Wookiee has no pants. I love that. I love that line. He's like, "You could have been wearing pants all these years." You know, when somebody's
Yeah, see, Obi-Wan inspired Senator Chuchi, and Senator Chuchi inspired Omega. So
There we go.
the cycle continues.
Oh-Myyyy.
See, he couldn't like accidentally miss and just like launch that guy right off the cliff. Just saying. Yeah, she should be Senator Omega. Just saying. Who knows? Maybe that's her future. I think we'll see her again.
Well, at least we know that they have the opportunity to use her as a character again.
I want to see her team up with Hera. I'm holding out hope for that. That'd be so badass. Oh no, he's awake.
And nothing good ever came out of that mouth.
Republic gunships. Awesome. This will quell things. Just great. With more soldiers. Y'all need to calm down. Just a scratch. 'Tis but a scratch.
Yeah. Can this guy die yet? Cameron, can you hear me? You've been fired. You must avenge me.
You're not chairman anymore. They stripped you of your command, you doofus.
Yeah. I died for our people. No, you died for your arrogance.
Is he really dead, though? I'm not holding my breath.
It's Star Wars. Nobody dies.
He's dead, so...
Doesn't need his hat anymore.
3PO, let's go. He was making the shady face, so I don't think he's ready.
Yeah, he's not quite. And is that a tongue?
It's a party favor.
And
Yeah,
listen,
okay.
Just,
See, Jeff, poor character design. Poor character. Well, awesome, but inappropriate for the snow.
yeah. Yay!
Even the creatures bow. Those are rad. I want to draw
Well, he's
those
got a
cards.
turtle person armor on him. What are the folks from Ahsoka that are turtles?
Yeah.
He's got turtle person armor.
The balloon's like, I'm going to reuse that. Okay, that didn't go quite the way I had hoped, or I had said, but...
Ah,
right on the nose, Obi-Wan.
peaceful resolution.
You couldn't have this discussion on the ship where it's warm and not out in the snow.
Yeah, I had that conversation once or twice today. I'm getting in the truck where it's warm.
Yep, so he really did die.
Yes. Dead forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, written by Stephen Melch.
Melch wrote this one?
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Proboscis. Yeah.
Proboscis.
So yeah, that's season 1, episode 15. Overall a good
6 more
episode.
episodes to go.
Yeah, oh man. Not
Less
ready
than
for
2
this.
months and we will be into season 2.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's been great to just kind of focus on the watch-alongs and just like get
I'm
to
trying to remember which
rewatch it.
seasons were my favorite seasons. Like, I remember season 1 always being like a great deal of introduction to characters and not a lot of,
Yeah.
the ins and outs of what really is going on in the Clone Wars. And I think it's season 3 or 4 that I, besides season 7 that I really enjoyed. I can't remember which one it is now.
Yeah, season 3 definitely takes off. Season 4 is amazing. And then straight through to 6. And then, of course, we get 7 years later, which is the most cinematic thing, I think, in Star Wars animation. Like,
oh, yeah. I mean, I tell people all the time, they're like, oh, it's animation. I'm like, let me tell you something.
Don't care.
Season 7, and if you want to get real specific, the last 2 episodes of season 7 is some of the best Star Wars out there.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Live action animation, period. Best stuff out there.
If you are not emotionally like destroyed by the end of that episode when Vader's silhouette is reflected in the fallen clone trooper helmet in the snow, you don't care about Star Wars.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm throwing that out there.
As much as we say to say, if you don't like that, you're not a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
If you don't like that, you're not a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, Dave says season 1 was slow, and Jeff says season 7 is the best.
All season 1s are slow. You've got to introduce the characters. You've got to set up their shortfalls, their weaknesses, their strengths, their abilities. This all happens in the first season.
Yeah.
And it lived up to its, reputation.
And you'll get to see, the continuation of, the Attack of the Clones and the Phantom Menace. It takes on what that has built. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good episode. That's actually for season 1. That's a good episode.
Yeah, I really like that episode, and as much as it's like cliched, but we see Senator Chuchi's beginnings, and her guidance from Obi-Wan ultimately making the best choice in the future. And yes.
Yeah, I saw that, Dave.
Somebody recreated some season 7 images in this recent snow this week. That was really cool.
Yeah.
They used Hot Toys Vader and the 332nd clone trooper with the Ahsoka helmet. That's really cool.
Yeah, you couldn't really do that with mine because I got an Ashley Eckstein autograph and a James Arnold Taylor autograph, and I'm just missing the Matt wasn't there when I had that out. So I didn't get Matt's autograph on that. That's coming up this year.
Yeah. Jess says the animation continued to get better as it went on as well. Yeah, like motion capture and being able to get Maul's fight style as well as Ahsoka's. Bro, so cool.
Yeah, that was an excellent, taking and motion. Stop. What is it? Motion picture? No, motion capture. Thank you. Motion capture to get those scenes very accurate to the motion was spot on.
I should have asked Lauren to be like, hey, can you just do some Ahsoka fight moves right now? But I get it. It's a con. You don't want to kick anybody walking by.
Shoot.
I like the video of the guy dueling with the snowmen and the lightsaber. Dueling the snowmen with the lightsabers. Yeah, that was really funny. More of that, please. That was fun.
Yeah, we didn't have any snow, but we did have lightsabers in front of the Biltmore Estate.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun.
I like taking fun lightsaber photos. Someday I'll actually get into a lightsaber meetup photo.
Maybe if it snows again Sunday like they're calling for, we'll get the lightsabers out and do some.
Oh, no more snow. Being cold. I was
Not
born and
exactly.
raised in New England, and I absolutely cannot stand being cold.
I'm not exactly thrilled about it because it tends to wreck my schedules. But if it's going to snow, you get out there with the lightsabers and swing them around in the snow and dark.
Oh yeah, and then play Duel of the Fates in the background on your
Yeah,
phone in your back pocket.
yeah, I love that one where they're on the bridge, and from a distance they're shooting the red lightsabers and the blue and green lightsabers coming at each other. That one is so cool.
So cool. Yeah, Jeff, cold is too cold. Way too cold. It is currently, let's see.
Says the Californian.
It is 33 degrees and it feels like 25 here. So, and it's an absolute fact.
It's not that cold yet. It's 35 degrees, but it's on its way to, I think, 20 tonight.
So gross. Ugh. Yeah, it's supposed to get down to, let's see, it's saying 27 at like 7 a.m. tomorrow. So,
we're going to be colder than you guys are. We're going to be 20 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, Dave said he did a lightsaber fight in the snow. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, he said he was looking out his window and he saw some light reflecting off snow and went out with his saber and ended up fighting his nephew or something along those lines, which has been lots of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. Brr. Oh my God, Sherry, no. Sherry says 14 degrees here, single digits overnight. Ugh. Why do we live where the air hurts our face? Why? Same thing for you, Jeff, right now. Why? Why do we live where the air hurts?
Yeah, the air is going to be hurting his face where he lives too, but for a different reason.
Yeah, not cool. So, what do we have coming up on the VCN this week? Got a lot of stuff coming up this week. Let me just find our media outlets.
We might have a guest host on the news desk this week on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday news desk. So it's going to be featuring, it's supposed to be featuring Mark and Gary, but as you know, Mark is away. So we may have somebody filling in. Obviously, we had tonight's Clone Wars Revisited. Wednesday. Tomorrow we have the Zoom chat. Make sure you stay tuned in the group for the link for that and join us and get ready to gear up to watch the series finale of Skeleton Crew. I don't know. Tomorrow night. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern. They'll put the link up in the group. Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, we have the Nerf Herder Council, and they will be discussing the Skeleton Crew, obviously.
That time is wrong. They come on at 8 and 5.
Oh, 8 and 5. Okay.
I didn't notice that until just now, but
it's okay. I stand corrected.
Close, but not quite.
8 p.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific, and then Thursday VCN watch along with Dave, Jeff, and Spencer. Skeleton Crew episode 8 with Dawn Deniger. So it's gonna be good. You know, we've seen Dawn play several alien characters on the Mandoverse, and she's going to be joining everybody to talk about the Skeleton Crew.
She's most notably in this show. She plays Neil's mom, which is very cool.
Oh, that is rad! I didn't know that.
Getting a lot of airtime in the last couple episodes. So
Neil's mom. Cool.
She's Neil Nation adjacent, so that's
yes.
Cool.
Oh my God! Send that woman a shirt. Oh my gosh!
Hilarious.
Love it. She'll wear it with pride.
Yeah, somebody design and print that thing up.
And Friday, Skeleton Crew after show with the finale. We have Mike, Bryce, and John talking about the finale. That's Friday at 3 a.m. Eastern, 12 a.m. Pacific on YouTube. So make sure you check that out. And then, as I said, Saturday. Star Wars Celebration Japan news desk featuring Gary from Blob of the Hut and a to-be-determined guest host.
A surprise guest host.
Yeah. Who does not want to press buttons. No button pressing.
No buttons for me.
No buttons. And then on Sunday, they had the Jedi Archives talking about Thera Crash and Burn One Shot. Sorry, the High Republic Adventures. Why did I say Thera? Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys. The High Republic
That's a
Adventures
weird
Crash and Burn.
abbreviation.
That's all right. I was
One Shot.
down with you on that Thera. I was like, Thera, what is Thera?
What's Thera? And obviously, I don't know anything about the High Republic other than what I've seen on the Acolyte, so I'm kind of in the dark there. But yeah, make sure you join them 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific on Sunday to talk about the comic. And we'll be back here next Monday for Clone Wars Revisited. And,
Looking forward to it.
coming up.
How many episodes are left in this season?
I think it's 22 episodes. So yeah, there's like
21 or 22. Yep.
Yeah, 6 or 7 episodes.
Nice.
Yeah, this is going to be a long show, you guys.
7 seasons times
7 seasons of joy.
about 150, 155 episodes altogether.
But you know what? It's fun.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for it. So yeah.
We could watch 155 episodes and never repeat one versus watching the same amount on Rebels and have watched all 4 seasons twice.
Yeah. There were some episodes where we did repeat and we did discuss more than once, but you know what? It's so damn good. So we had to. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Again, make sure you follow us on our socials, our Virtual Cantina Network on YouTube. You can see it here on Instagram, Virtual Cantina Network, and
On X,
on Hive, on Threads.
all over the place. We are everywhere. You just have to look for us.
Yeah. So make sure you just follow us. Make sure you like our YouTube channel, subscribe, ring the bell, and Hyperspace Props are the official sponsor of the Not So Virtual Cantina Special Edition in Japan. Make sure you pre-order your credits and cosplay props at hyperspaceprops.com, and if you use code NSVCSE, you'll get 10% off. A lot of cool stuff. So if you want credits to play Spock or Spock cards, that's where you get them. Shout out to Mike and Emily. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we will see you guys next Monday with our Mark back.
Yes.
We promise. He'll be back.
Citizens of the Republic.
Good night, guys. May the Force be with you.